Hi, I'm Lady Yoga with LA Yoga Magazine, and this is EnlightenUpTV, and I'm here with Natalie Kunin, who is the owner of Team Tutors, a tutoring company here in Los Angeles that helps the academic needs of kids from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
That's right.
Now, EnlightenUpTV helps bring yoga to the seasoned yogis, to people who have never done yoga before. We're trying to make yoga accessible to all people, no matter what. Natalie is a perfect example because she started from nothing, right? Or not from nothing, but she had never done yoga.
Right.
And now yoga is integrated as part of her everyday life, part of her business and her family life. So Natalie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Hi. So being a busy mom, owning a business, having 2 kids, running a great marriage, like how do you do it? How do you use yoga and integrate that into your everyday?
I use yoga in my work life, in my home life, and in my personal life. I can give you a great example. I use Ujjayi breath or victorious breath daily. This is a breathing technique in which you breathe in real deep, in through your nose, and then make an audible sound at the base of your throat. Oh, almost like a little groan, or I like to call it a puppy snoring. I have a puppy, and it sounds like my puppy when she's asleep. This type of breathing really relaxes me. It slows my heartbeat. I do a lot of public speaking, and it's not a natural gift of mine.
I'm sure you get nervous.
I get really nervous, especially the moments before I'm introduced, and my heart starts to race. And so what I do is I do my yoga breathing, and I relax myself.
How would you tell someone who's never done it before how to do it? It's in and out through the nose, right?
In deeply through the nose, and make a sound, again, like a puppy snoring, through the bottom of your breath. I also close my...
so good. I'm already relaxed.
Yeah, I close my eyes when I do it. I do it in the car when I'm feeling stressed, when I'm running late to pick my kids up from school.
I do it in the post office.
There you go. I've taught students and my own kids how to do it to relax themselves.
And why is that important? I think that's amazing because I feel like kids these days, they're different from when we were growing up. They have more stimulation. They're more, being torn apart in so many different directions.
Kids have a lot of anxiety today, and they're stressed out over a lot of things. And one of the things that we do at Team Tutors is obviously our focus is on helping students in their academic life. But there's no denying that kids who are struggling academically also have some underlying emotional things that are going on. Lack of confidence, test-taking anxiety, comparing themselves to their peers. So something like Ujjayi breath is really helpful during those times. We've trained our tutors and many of our students, my own kids included, to use this type of breathing during these stressful times.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Now, I know you have a few favorite poses that you like to do every day when you're sitting behind the computer for a long period of time.
I spend the majority of my day in front of my computer, in the car, and on the telephone with parents and teachers and the like. So often I'll stand up from my computer, or when I get out of my car on my way into a meeting, and I do a heart opener. A heart opener relaxes me. With that Ujjayi breath, even it makes me feel stronger, makes me feel empowered, and I don't know, there's just something about it. It gives me confidence.
You're very vulnerable here, so to open up that space feels good.
When we're sitting at the computer, we're often hunched, and we're sitting in the car, and we're hunched, and what a great feeling to just open it all up.
I love it.
Another favorite pose of mine is Warrior Two. Warrior Two
very strong in the legs.
My all-time favorite pose. I can't tell you why. I started doing yoga with Lori 7 years ago, and she comes to my office once a week in the middle of the day on Thursday, and it's like the sun is shining in my office.
She's holding these poses.
I love it. I feel strong when and this is one of the first poses that Lori taught me. And I feel strong, and here I'll do it on the other side, so I am balanced. I feel, I just feel like it represents for me something, my body is just open, my core feels strong, And it represents to me sort of this perfect pose. Lori is so wonderful because when I do yoga in my office, I invite our tutors. Sometimes I'll invite a particularly stressed out parent, my wonderful staff, and she takes us through such a wonderful sequence of poses that we feel so good, not only for the rest of the day, but for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think is really exciting about you is that you make education sound exciting. I remember growing up and not being so excited to go about school. But when you talk about school, you make it exciting. And I think that's what I hope to do about yoga. And you're doing that with your kids.
That's
you have
right.
two sons, 16 and 10.
Yep.
Big gap in age difference, and you've gotten them excited about yoga. Tell me some of the poses.
So one of the things that my 16-year-old loves is Shavasana. Shavasana
the hardest pose to do.
looks like this, and it really is total and true relaxation. I think he likes it because he is able to, for a few minutes at least, let everything go. All of his academic stress, social stress, which all 16-year-olds experience, learning to drive, making the tennis team, all of those things. A lot of pressure for 16-year-old kids. So Shavasana is so relaxing for him. For my 10-year-old, is a really dynamic kid. And both my kids are athletic, but my 10-year-old is still a lot like, I like to refer to him as a wet noodle.
I see it
because
already.
he still has that flexibility of a young child. So for him, eagle pose is a favorite. He loves to twist himself up.
Like a noodle.
Like a noodle, like a pretzel. It's a lot of fun for him. He also likes to practice his balance. And so he might cross his legs as well.
And balance is great for concentration at a 10-year-old age to be focusing on balance in yoga.
Yeah.
It's great. He'll keep that through his adulthood.
Yeah, it really helps his focus. He also likes crow pose.
Crow pose, which you are also really good at.
No, I am not. Crow pose is not a pose I'm very good at.
Let's give it a shot.
But here it is. So let's do it together.
Spread those fingertips wide.
Okay.
You're going to take those knees, squeeze them into the armpits. Now, depending on how long your torso is, you might take them right into the armpits or the outside of the arms. You'll look forward and lean forward. Now, if you tuck the chin towards the chest, you'll probably crash right down. So keep looking forward like you're leaning off a cliff. And then squeeze the belly and exhale. Take the right foot up. Maybe drop that foot to the floor, lift the left foot up. Maybe bring both feet up. Did you do it?
I can't bring both feet up at the same time.
That'll be in our next 7 years.
Yeah, our next 7. We've come a long way.
Natalie, thank you so much for taking the time to share your yoga in your everyday life.
Thank you for having
If
me.
you want to know more about Team Tutors and Natalie Kunin, you can find her at
www.teamtutors.com.
and you can see this on layogamagazine.com and EnlightenUpTV.com. I'm Lady Yoga, aka Lori Searle. Thanks so much for joining us. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hi, namaste.